don't know what to say about Wizards. I've been trying to talk to them because, not trying to, I've been communicating with them for this giveaway that I'm trying to do. As you may know, I'm giving away this Black Lotus, but on top of that, I'm trying to do a monthly giveaway, right? So I have a deal set for like giving away boxes, like paper product every month, but I needed to figure out what was gonna happen for people who play Arena, right? Because not all of the people who watch me play exclusively one format. And so I reached out to them. I was like, hey, you know, can I get like a special code that I can give to my viewers? And the first thing that they said is no. I'm like, why not? Like, I'm not trying to give away cash. I'm trying to, like, there's a purpose for this. And they just really haven't responded. Every email I send them, I have to send a follow-up email. But even sometimes when I send a follow-up email, they don't respond. So I don't know. It's been 2 weeks. I sent a follow-up email. I'm about to send a follow-up to a follow-up to a follow-up email. I don't get it. I told them, like, look, I don't have that much time before I have to announce this giveaway. Like, work with me a little bit, but they are not very understanding. Nor do they care about shit. So I don't know. Like, you would think that a creator that does work for them or advertises their game nonstop, that they would treat a little bit better, but it's probably worse for me than it is for you, you know? Like, in terms of, like, you would think that I have I have some type of communication basis with them, but that is certainly not the case. Trying to decide if I'm going to give them the extra card or I'm going to draw. I think I'm going to draw because my hand is so bad and they have the Beseiju. They just immediately went to end step, didn't play anything. Yeah, I figured that they would do something like this. And that's fine. And we drew both of our basics, so we don't get to take advantage, which is kind of unlucky, but it's fine. We still got the max cards out of our Bank Buster, as well as we got the treasure. We'll take the 1. And just go ahead and get rid of this. Don't let them draw the card. They seem to be a little light. Oh, yeah, I can fire this off. And I'll go ahead and play this. I'll plus and get a land out of the way and pass. I expect them to play a bunch of creatures here. And for us to be able to dunk on them with this second Doomscar. Mm-hmm. So I'll just go ahead and wipe the field. I think it's time for me to minus here and pass. Try to set up my Kaito to start drawing some cards. Yep. This is all fine. We'll go ahead and attack. Go ahead and plus. And I'll go ahead and reverse this. Play a land and pass. We got double Wandering Emperor, which is going to help me close out this game. All right, that's fine. All right, we'll go ahead and play this. And we'll go ahead and eat this. Unfortunate we lose our Kaito there, but it's not a big deal at all. I'll go ahead and attack. Happily play a Sorin. And I'll minus here, play a land, pass. So we have a good blocker. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to just get that out of here. Don't let them draw the card. All right, this is all fine. We know where they're going to attack. Okay, that doesn't even make any sense, but whatever. I will go ahead and get rid of that. And we'll attack for 4. Go put this on white, pass the turn. Showdown. That's a wonderful draw for our opponent. We need to find another finisher. Damn. That's showdown number 3. We'll go ahead and play this. We'll go ahead and make a 2/2, untap. We'll go ahead and attack. Portable Hole is kind of bad. Okay. This is not getting better. This is getting worse. All right, we definitely block here. It kind of sucks, but it's fine. We'll go ahead and minus here. We'll go ahead and play this. Happily just minus. Go ahead and play this. Get rid of one of those. I think I'll attack with both. Yeah, I'm still planning on sticking to the schedule. It's just these past couple of days, it just has to be like this. All right, so they found all 4 Scalds in their top 30 cards or so. Pretty unlucky, but maybe we can run them out of cards. All right. This is gonna be really hard. We're trying to stay in this. All right, happily block that. That's a decent draw. Oof, that is actually really good. But I think I can wait on it for just a turn. I'm not going to even attack here. I'm going to use my Planeswalkers and stuff as like a fog. And basically try to get my opponent to commit more to the board. Right? Because the showdown that they have in their hand is the last showdown in their deck. And so the goal is to get that out of here. Right? Get them to commit more to the board. And once they commit more to the board, we can just kind of board wipe it, you know? Yep, this is very scary. Alright, so they just played a Lair of the Hydra, which is honestly super, super scary. And those are 9/9s. So I take a boatload. Alright, so we will attack. Once we attack, we'll wipe the board. That's the first order of business. Okay. Then we shall minus, try to take control of the board. And I'm pretty positive I just need to hit this right off the bat because it says whenever they cast. That's a huge problem. All right. So they're out of showdowns completely and down to 14 cards. And we're just kind of hoping that our board is going to be enough to get us through this. All right, this is really scary. This is, man. All right. All right, so start off by drawing a card. Okay, that's very helpful. That allows us to get rid of that Kami. That's gigantic. All right, we'll just go ahead and plus an attack for 3. The longer the game goes from this point, the better it is for us. So we're not gonna get aggressive here. Because remember, they have a layer down there which they can just make gigantic. And our planeswalkers are essentially like extra points of life if we can make them important. What up, Dow Boy? Damn, man. They're almost out of cards. We just gotta hold tight. Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll definitely block here, right? And we'll block here. And I'll deal 4 here. So that means these all die, but I can also just use this as a minus, which is really important here. And this puts us up to 10, allowing me to minus here, and then attack for 2. And we'll hold on to this land. All right. It looks like we've run them out of some amount of threats. I think I will play this and minus again. Because we have 10 points of damage here, which is 1 short of lethal. And that's how you do it. We were able to just completely run them out of cards. All right. So this is the point at which we should definitely bring in Archon. This Farewell, additional March makes a lot of sense. We can consider Ray of Enfeeblement, Henrika. Yeah, we should bring in the Ray. We can consider the Duress as well. But overall, our cards line up pretty well in this style of matchup. It's just we got to figure out what we want to cut. And the cuts are honestly really difficult. Honestly, don't want the Duress. This is not my deck. Basically, this is a series that I'm doing that a deck that did well in an event that I will play. This won the standard challenge, so I'm playing someone else's deck. No Bankbuster. Interesting. I mean, Bankbuster single-handedly won us that last game. It's definitely cheaper, on the cheaper side. I'm down not to bring in an additional one. I'm down to go down to one of these. I'm not going to bring in the Rays. Yeah, the sideboard has too many cards that would be that would be good in the matchup. You definitely don't cut the check traps, right? Because they deal with like the spirit, but not only do they deal with the spirit, they deal with other really problematic cards like the 4-mana enchant, the Saga, right? Which is probably the most important card. If we didn't snag the first one, I think we definitely lose. And I think we definitely keep this on the draw. We need to draw 1 land. If it's a white source, it's insane. If it's not, then the Kaito, we still have Kaito to lean on, and we have a removal spell on 2. So, like, I'm looking at it like this is something I can cast. This is something I can cast with any land. And is it going to help us find more lands? And the answer is yeah. I don't know what you're asking, Zero Dominator. You did not complete sideboard. What does that mean? I feel like they slow rolled this generous visitor on purpose. It's only showing 7 out of the 15 cards. Probably something on Stream Decker's end. We'll take a look at it in a second after this game. All right, we're taking a bunch. All right, so we just bricked on lands at a 49% to hit land on the draw. It's like too high to kind of pass up on. Let's just concede this game. We're dead. No, I had completed sideboarding. I'm actually going to replace these with the portable holes. No, I'm not. Being able to hit everything is important. Maybe I should replace the portable hole with a Ray of Enfeeblement. We have a lot of sideboard cards in. All right, this is something we can work with. So this will be our white. This will be blue and black. So we'll go black, white. Ideally, I would like to go Vanishing Verse here, but puts me in such a weird situation. I actually want to cut off their draws. This is a really interesting position. I can deal with the 2-drop. I just want to make sure that they get the least amount of looks for that land. Okay. That's kind of unlucky. I could have Vanishing Verse that. Yep. Kind of is what it is. All right, we're going to pass here. See what they end up playing. We're really in the market for another white source. That's what we really need. And we'll respond here. We don't want them to draw an additional card. Damn, they kind of ended up drawing perfect, but it is what it is. We'll go ahead and plus here. All right, cool. Yeah, we still need to find that 6th land though. So it's still a decent amount to ask for, but damn. It's uh definitely better for me to wait a turn. Because if I don't, then they get to basically combo me next turn. And that is not good for anybody. I'll definitely block here. Yep. I will definitely eat that. If I don't wipe the board, it's only going to get worse. But since we drew that, I don't think the plus was going to help us there. Like, I could have played the Archon, but it doesn't really help us. All right. Yep, I'll let it go. Alright, so we'll just play this, and this will buy us a decent amount of time. Was the GT Tour close? I mean, we went 6-2. I wouldn't say it was close. I don't know what you mean by close, Valorant. What does it mean? What are you asking? Close games? Yeah, it was okay. I guess. I don't know what else to say about it. There's no good blocks here. I just take 9. All right, we'll attack for 2. And pass a turn. All right, we'll triple block here. All right. We get to blow them out. We take 4. Untap. That's a good draw. We'll go ahead and attack. Yeah, I mean, people make mistakes. The point of my coverage on the tournament was, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. If someone's missing lethal, I'm not gonna make excuses for them. Like, that's just gonna be my style. Always. All right. We've kind of evened out here. But I think I'm still far behind. I need to draw something. And we did not draw pretty much anything. All right, that's a good draw. That's what we've been looking for. Archon is a card I definitely should have played this past weekend. Potentially even in the main deck. I think that black-white can easily play Archon. Alright. Since they already played their one spell for turn, I don't have too much to worry about. This turn was a complete blowout. Alright, we can start attacking. This game we were so far behind. We were ridiculously behind. They can't play any more spells. And we can untap here. I will plus attack for 4. I can play Sorin here. I can minus this Sorin. Yeah, like our opponent has to find a removal spell pretty much immediately for this Archon to even have a chance. The Guardian of Faith is very, very helpful for them. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't save it. Unlucky. Unlucky. God damn. God damn, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. They should have gained some life while they had a chance. So let's say they can attack for 10 next turn. That doesn't kill me. So I will swing with both. Try and race to some extent. That was a tremendous draw. All right. That's an absolute blowout. They can't play any more spells this turn. Let's go. I'm shocked we won that. Snap keep. With this deck, I'm not sure. I don't think so. I mean, I made the Kiki deck. I don't know what else to say about it. The Grixis version is bad. You can't really hang with majority of decks. All right, boom. It really can't hang with any of the sacrifice shells. That's the main thing. That's unfortunate. That's a really good draw. But this is a really good draw for us. -2. No, not really. We're just focusing on finishing the standard tier list right now. We'll get to alchemy when we get to alchemy. I pretty much know what alchemy is gonna amount to already. It's not much more we can uncover. Honestly, that was a mistake. That was not on purpose. I should have played the Soul Shatter first and then played what we needed to play. Mm-hmm. We're just gonna pass. We got good blocks here. Mm-hmm. I think the Soul Shatter is worth a lot less, especially when I need to deal with a bunch of tokens. And we'll pass. All right, we will block. We'll go ahead and fire this off. Mm-hmm. So at this point, it is definitely worth it for us to beat this out of combat. Go ahead and eliminate this. Go ahead and minus and pass. This way we're presenting lethal next turn with a super wide board. That's going to be really hard for our opponent to beat at this point. All right, so we took out the Yasharn, and we're still continuing to present lethal. I think I'm just going to attack for 4. All right, this situation is starting to become pretty bad. I didn't expect us to just draw land, but sometimes it happens, and we could potentially get out of the situation if we were to draw anything but land. Like even a bad draw like Portable Hole allows us to like make interesting decisions, whereas a land doesn't do anything. No interesting decisions. We're just kind of here. I shall double block. Alright, I have no idea why our opponent did this, but we are happy about it. I think this is the third chariot. Come on. This situation is pretty bad. The board is going to be a lot bigger after this turn, so I guess I just fire this off. Yeah. I think we're kind of just dead. This deck doesn't have any farewells in the main deck, so we can draw a regular board wipe, like a Doomscar, but I mean, I'm hoping for like a Kaito so I can get rid of this land and try another direction, but yeah, this is definitely a major problem with this type of strategy. I would rather be on the wedding announcement side of things. That is for sure. Like, Portable Hole is not a very good card, in my opinion, but it is what it is. We're going to bring in March. We'll bring in the Farewell. We don't really need Archon. I'm gonna bring in Bankbuster. Don't like the Portable Holes. I'm going to cut the Duress for Disdainful Stroke. And I think the Infernal Grasp is bad. I'll bring in another check. I'll bring in one Henrika, and we'll run it like this. All right, plus we'll keep this. All right, after that last game, definitely happy to see a hand like this. Just want to draw a bunch of cards. Hopefully they have a slower hand, and we can just draw infinite cards off Bankbuster and and be happy with that. All right, it looks like they have a really fast hand, and that is kind of scary. I'm going to plus. Yep, they play Yasharn. Yasharn's kind of scary. And we don't really have any removal spells here. Yo, the Muff Whistler, thank you so much for the prime. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna draw a card here. We saw a bunch of Valor stances on our opponent's end, and I kind of just don't want to walk into one. I'll save our Planeswalker. We are pretty far behind. Oh, man. That is brutal right there. All right, we'll plus first. See what we can find. All right, we'll transform. We'll go ahead and pass. They have a lot of cards here. It's a Welcoming Vampire, sure. Sure. I could save it if I want. I think I'm going to wipe the board here. All right, we'll gain some life. We'll lose our Planeswalker. And so it's going to be creatures and graveyards. All right, we'll pass. They still have like 7 cards in hand, so this is not... That was not like great for us. And this Skyclave Apparition once again. I think I'll play this. Happy to minus and pass the turn. And we're just trying to draw cards to catch up to our opponent because we're behind on cards. So we just gotta draw. Our life total is healthy, but our opponent like gets card advantage while playing threats, right? And that is the whole issue here, is that they're just doing it better than us right now. They have Archon. Interesting. All right, we'll go ahead and draw, untap. We'll go ahead and attack. We'll go ahead and plus. I'm gonna exile this, see if they do anything about it. And then we'll pass. This way, if they're trying to protect their Archon, we kind of don't give them an option to. So they got me with the Guardian of Faith. And that's okay. I'll go ahead and draw a card. And then we'll attack for 3. I'll put this on the side and I'll pass the turn. I think currently the Archon is working against them. So I'll take the 2. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get rid of that. Untap. That's a great draw. And we can pass. Happily take the 2. And what we're really thinking about here is okay. I see that. We'll draw a card. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. We'll untap. We'll go ahead and take a look at what's going on. we'll hit the Legion Angel. Yep, that's cool with me. I want them to do that. Because now they can't use it on my man land, which is kind of the card I'm trying to stop them from using it on. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I can untap here. And I'm trying to think, is it worth anything just yet? I don't think it is. If I had to guess, they have a Doomscar as well, so we're at even life totals, but I think I am ahead on card value. All right. We can just start attacking. And we're just ahead here. We're definitely just ahead. I'll plus block, take the 2. Is Starheim, you're right. So it's time to wipe the board. Once I wipe the board, I will attack, get in for 3, minus, and pass. I'll hold the land. Dang, this is a punishment for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna fire this off. And attack. All right, they're down to 2. Okay, never mind. All right, that's fine. All right, we'll swing with the team, see what they do. All right, they did nothing, so I will fire this off. Get this back. Play this. Draw the card. Check for traps. All right, pass. Attack. All right, game 3. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. We really gotta draw our board wipes. I like the way we boarded. If we don't board wipe, we're gonna be in trouble. Meat Hook would be the card that we want more often, that we haven't drawn yet. All right, we'll play this. Check. Damn. Every one of these cards is a problem. I didn't mean to put this on blue. I meant to put it on black. I usually don't play Hingegate Pathway. But that means this is going to be on black. Like, I'm in a lot of trouble here. I don't know how we're going to get out of this situation. Like, I need the wedding announcement to go. But at the same time, I need the Ranger class to go. Yo, King, thank you so much for the prime. I mean, you're one step closer in winning that Lotus. God damn, man. Damn it. I think I'm gonna pass the turn. I honestly have to hit that. That's a problem. Like, the wedding announcement is going to give them cards, yeah, but the amount that the rate at which their clock is getting faster is kind of absurd. Okay, that was a fucking fantastic draw. All right, we'll just take this opportunity to wipe the board, go to 17. Man, that just is really scary. God damn, man. Their board is massive. It's massive now. And I am desperately looking for a way to wipe the board. All right. I mean, we got to find a way. All right. So yeah, it's board wipe or bust at this point. Like, I don't think a flipped Henrika is going to save me, especially when they have a ranger class that can continuously make things bigger. Oh my god. That's beyond rough right there. All right, so I think we only have this turn to find any of our other board wipes. Gonna be 6, 9, 12. Damn. Block. 100 million. Yeah, we're dead. Damn. Interesting. Yeah, I would rather be playing the enchantments than being on the receiving end of these enchantments. There is no way. Like, we're fighting tooth and nail to like keep up, and it doesn't feel great. It feels awful. I'm not gonna lie, it feels awful. All right, looks like we're playing against a blue-black deck. It kind of looks like our blue-black Lier deck, except for they decided to play Snow Mana. Interesting. All right, we'll just go ahead and pass the turn. All right, so they're going to attack for 1. We'll take it. We'll just go ahead and get rid of it. That is a absolutely fantastic draw right there. That was the best draw in our deck for this turn. It plays around the Disdainful Stroke, allows us to start drawing cards. It does everything we want a card to do. Damn. I think that was a terrible play. Because now I don't even have to use the Vanishing Verse to get rid of the Sorin. Alright, we'll go ahead and take a look at their hand. Alright, we'll take the Kaito. I don't know. I don't know why they did that. Maybe they knew that I had the Vanishing Verse with some magical powers of Twitch. The magical powers of Twitch are incredibly strong. Yeah, but it's a pretty bad play regardless. We'll go ahead and crew. And we'll attack. They can take 4. Play this land and pass. Why would you not gain the max amount of life? All right. Go ahead and plus here. All right, we'll eat the Sorin. And here we go. I think I should have done that beforehand, but it's fine. I don't want to minus. I don't think I should minus at this point, because if they have another march, then they could just march this Wandering Emperor away. That would put me in a pretty bad situation. Mm, unfortunate. They top decked another Katose. So I'm going to lose the one in hand. I think I should have responded and marched. I was supposed to respond and march. Yeah, because now I have to use a treasure. But if I had just responded and exiled the Vanishing Verse, it would have been a lot better for me. We'll go ahead and hit that. And I'm going to minus here and pass. Damn it. And we'll go ahead and fire this off. We'll hit Katose once again and pass. They have nothing left in their bin that they can bring back with blood and snow. Is it blood? Blood on the snow. So definitely in a problematic position. That's a good draw. I'll minus. I'll crew with both of these. And I will attack for 5. I'm not going to walk my hive into a death trap. Alright, I'll go ahead and play this. I'll go ahead and draw. And we can pass here. Alright, we'll go into game 2 and 3 where we can board out a lot of these dead cards, like Portable Hole. Get that out of here. We can bring in Check or another Reckoner. Stroke, Duress, Henrika. Doomscar seems bad. Bring in this other March. And I'm down to keep in one Farewell because a Farewell can line up pretty well, especially if we can get rid of the graveyard. So we're looking pretty good here. So we're 1-1 in best of 3 with this deck. It feels okay. I would definitely make a lot of adjustments. And it definitely seems like it struggles against sagas and enchantments in general. Even though you have answers, they're not necessarily 1-for-1s. Your opponent can definitely get value out of them beforehand. So with this hand, all we're looking to do is draw a land, and that should carry us. And on the draw, when we're 47% likely to hit a land, I think it's a no-brainer. All right. Hopefully we're able to draw the land. Found the land. We're just going to start off with a Soul Shatter on the upkeep. And we end up getting negated, which is understandable, I guess. This is going to be hard to come back from. It's getting harder. We really need this land. We really do. Okay. Found the land. That was step number 1. Step number 2. I'm going to play the Henrika, and I'm going to draw a card here. Because I'm looking for lands, as well as it's a way for me to deal with the Kaito next turn by flipping. So I'm game for that. We ended up finding land, so we should be able to compete with our opponent in terms of card advantage. All right, so they're going to go ahead and siphon Insight. They need a way to deal with this Henrika, I'm assuming. Interesting. All right, we'll move to combat. We'll transform. See if this works. Surprisingly, it worked. We'll go ahead and play a Reckoner. It ends up getting annulled. And we'll play a second one. All right. Didn't want to walk the Sorin into a negate, but at least if we played double Reckoner, one was going to resolve because they only had one blue source. So it definitely seemed like the play. And I really think that we own the board right now until they deal with the Henrika. And so, yeah, if they're taking a turn off to Siphon Insight, that's a win in our books. They've got to hit here, otherwise they're getting further and further behind. We just have to play the Sorin because we're going to have to play through this anyways, right? Like, this is something that we're going to have to play through. And it just, like, since we drew the land, it still works out nicely. It's a Vanishing Verse, sure. We'll take the 1. The 4. We'll go ahead and draw a card. That's a wonderful draw. That's not so bad. We'll go ahead and try to fire this off. I will go ahead and minus. Since my hand is all just good cards, I didn't feel like plussing meant I could get rid of something that I needed to get rid of. So here we're just going to, oh man. This is not good for us. It's fine to let this go. Let this Vanishing Verse go. Like, I can hit this 1/1, but I think my plan is to meat hook next turn anyway. So not taking the opportunity to Reckoner at the end of the turn, I think is going to be way more costly than not Vanishing Verse, not playing this Vanishing Verse. All right, we'll draw our card. We'll go to combat. Go to swing. We'll go ahead and swing. We'll go ahead and try and meat hook. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Take 5. We'll draw a card here. See what we can find. We'll go ahead and swing there. All right, we'll pass here. All right, we'll take the 4. I could have tried to go for the block, but this thing has summoning sickness, so I wouldn't be able to draw a card off of it. And I valued that pretty highly. I'm going to go ahead and crew this. I expect it to die. That was unfortunate. That was a really good top deck. I will go for a block. I believe that we're going to be able to find an answer. The fuck? All right. What a funny way to lose. Oh, man. I could go up to 13 exactly, but I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. Like I could reasonably assume that they're gonna have like 5 counter spells, right? And we just got top deck so many times. It was an unreasonable ask for them to top deck that many counter spells in a row, and they did. And so we just have to accept that, and we'll just move on. If they can replicate that same game twice, then I think they got it. But if they can't replicate that, they're completely. This is over. Like, as long as we draw reasonable, like, this game is already just over. Okay. Why? How are you doing this? What is this? What is this magic you're doing? All right. So we're in trouble. There's no doubt about that. So, I mean, how do they know when to draw counter spells and when to draw discard spells? That's kind of the situation that we're in right now, is like, It's a bad one. It is just a bad situation. I'm going to go ahead and try to attack there. See if it works. And they'll grasp it. That's fine. We'll go ahead and play this tapped. Pass the turn. We'll try again next turn. Alright, I'll definitely attack first. See what if there's any type of reaction. Then I'll duress. See what's going on. It's a lot of disdainful strokes. I will just go ahead and get rid of that. All right. We'll go ahead and minus here. And we'll just attack for 3. And we'll pass. And we got it. Nice disdainful strokes, my guy. Nice disdainful strokes. All right, so we are 2-1. No, it wasn't. They could activate and make it into a 2-3 instant speed. So that would probably mean I just kill myself. Probably shouldn't do that. The new black alchemy card. I don't remember the name of cards just yet. I haven't checked it out yet. I probably have checked it out. I checked out all the new black alchemy cards, but right now we're just focusing on finishing our tier list for standard. I don't know. Alchemy's receiving a ton of hate right now, and so I'll get back to it once there's like some tournaments or something. But as far as right now goes, I think that I'm good on it. All right, this looks like a dragon deck. I'll play this. Even if they have Jawari Disruption, I'm okay with that. Get rid of this portable hole. Because next turn I can leave open like Grasp plus Reckoner, which is better. It has some really cool cards to play with. The design is really cool. Alchemy is a great format. There is no doubt about that. People's hate for the format definitely stems from the economy, which is rightfully so. I completely agree. The economy is a complete mess, and I'm just trying to do my part to fix it. But I think the design of alchemy is really great. All right, our opponent did nothing and just died. Don't really understand. Yeah, I mean, I knew the economy stream that they did was gonna be bullshit. They've been bullshitting for quite some time. They're just not answering people's questions, and honestly, just not treating people with respect. Yeah, I mean, Kaito is absolutely insane. There's no doubt about that. Card is ridiculous right now. All right. Our situation here is pretty good. But let's go ahead and see what's going on in our opponent's hand. They went ahead and negated us. Interesting. All right, I'll put that off to the side. Wonder if they're going to play any dragons this game. I'm just going to go ahead and exile this one. I could have waited, but I walk into a counterspell that way. And so just hitting that while it's inactive is kind of great. We'll take 2. No worries. Yeah, that's some dumb bullshit. That's some really dumb bullshit. I can't believe they had the audacity to say that. That's like so fucking stupid. All right, we'll minus, we'll plus, and we'll pass. Okay. Easy victory. So we're 3-1 in best of 3. Let's finish it off and give our rating on this deck. I mean, anything is better than what we have now, right? We have a lot of cards that are just really rotting, right? So if they added a an ability to dust right now, it's just better than what we have now. It's not like they have to take away something in order to add something. So, like, yeah, just give us dusting. Like, let us make use of some of these cards that are completely dead. Like, it would only be a positive on this system. Like, what would they need to take away with the system that we have right now? Yeah, I mean, like, people talk about, like, oh, dusting system wouldn't be great because a lot of people trade in their deck and then can't play the other deck. Like, okay, sure. At least that's an option. We don't have any options right now. Yeah, I know the business side of things. They're already making the most money that they've ever made, and they continue to lie to us. Like, they're like, yeah, we're not making that much money right now, so, like, we're going to cut your prizes from tournaments. And we're like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And then the report comes out like, this is the highest Magic has ever made. Like, the fuck? How does that work? Nothing makes sense. Hasbro, I mean, they're one and the same. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you can't be like a dog bit somebody, right? You can't be like, well, the teeth are the problem. Can't you see the teeth are doing so much harm here? It's like, the fuck, you can't like, they're the same animal. You know what I mean? If we keep That's what they want us to do. They want us to be like, well, it's not Wizards, it's Hasbro. And Hasbro wants to be like, it's not us. It's like the whole point of business. It's business. Like, we can't do that. We have to blame the whole entity for the problem. We can't play their game. The people who are making the decisions don't even play Magic. That's the problem. If you don't care about it, then you're just trying to maximize the profit that you make. And that person will never understand why it's important for anything else. It's a hard person to find. It's a really difficult job, for sure. You need to find somebody who like it's such a difficult ask. It feels unreasonable to even say. You need to find somebody who loves Magic, but also when is in a position of power, isn't willing is like isn't willing to throw everything under the bus but their own friends, right? That's the whole problem. It's such a difficult job, because any person who gets in that position, they just help only their friends and don't like fix the actual problems. It's like a cursed position. It's like the defense against the art position for Magic. It's hilarious. I'm gonna mute your ass. All right. Um. No problem, Moslam. No problem. All of Arena is predatory. The reason why I'm here is because I love Magic and I want to interact with the newest players of Magic, right? And try to do my part to like figure this shit out. Cuz I genuinely believe that Magic is the greatest game in the world, but things are not perfect, right? With this new client, with new money, they have a responsibility. Like it's like the most basic thing ever. It's like with more power comes more responsibility, and they're just not fucking doing that. It's crazy. Mm, all right, let's see what we can find. All right, this works. Opponent's deck is cool. It's cool. I'm gonna get rid of this portable hole. Bring in this farewell, this march. Can get rid of this duress. Bring in this check. Bring in Henrika. I like it like this. Yeah, I mean, Magic Arena's design isn't perfect, but it gets the job done. I'm willing to put up with whatever problems that they have if it's for the players. But if you're going to take this approach of like we're going to try to drain as much money out of our players as possible, then my expectations is the best client I have ever played on. Like just period. The amount that you're taking from us is more than any other card game. So the trade-off should be okay, if you're taking the most money, give us the best client. But you're going to give us not the best client and take the most amount of money. Like, there's something wrong with you. Yeah, but League, just think about it like this. Let's say I want to get one of my friends to play this game with me. They cannot build any deck I recommend them. Right? Not even a friend. Let's say I ask my brother who doesn't have an arena account to play this game. I am asking them to invest thousands of dollars to play any of my decks. Right? Like, and these are like standard, like the best decks in standard. You know what I mean? Like, I I, I don't understand like how it's like this. So that's like such a big problem. Is like Like, I'm a content creator. I'm doing this full time. You don't support me. That's okay. Right? Like, that's okay. You don't support me. But, like, make the game accessible. That's all I ask. Right? You don't have to support me individually. Make the fucking game accessible. It drives me insane. Right? I want to work with the content creator outside of Magic. I have to spend thousands of dollars getting them an account, and it's not even like they don't even have a way for me to do that. Like, why are you making it harder on your, like, how does any of this make sense? I don't get it. We're kind of ahead here, so let's just keep putting stuff out, and hopefully it will be good enough to get the job done. So yeah, I haven't asked any of my content creator friends outside of the Magic space to get involved in Magic because I can't. It's unreasonable for me to ask somebody to do that. I have a bunch of ideas to fix the situation, but do they want to listen to anybody? No, they don't want to listen to their own content creators. They won't even fucking respond to my emails. What the fuck is wrong with them? Like, we're dealing with a bunch of psychopaths. Like, I don't understand. Man. I've never been in an industry like this. And it's not like I can just click the respec button like we're playing fucking Elden Ring and be like, I should have never chosen to play Magic in the first place. Respec into League of Legends. You know, like, that's not how fucking life works. Even if I can become one of the best players in another game, which I have done, people don't follow into that. Like, it just doesn't work like that. Like, I can't just like get up and leave everything that I've done here, you know? It just drives me insane. None of the other games have solved the problems. And that's why we're here. Right? Like, we have this amazing card game, but the people who own the IP are complete dicks. They don't care about, they don't understand that if they were to make this game more accessible, what it would do. How the like there isn't a game that's this predatory and this high up on Twitch and has this much of a following, right? They treat it like a mobile game. They treat it like other games because they're like, the data shows on this game, this is how much they were able to extract from each viewer. Why the fuck are you looking at the game like that? This game has been around before any of those games, before people had games on fucking phones in the first place. Like, you don't value your fucking customer at all. Every person, like, they're literally just throwing stores under the bus because they're like, we don't want to deal with stores anymore. They're not where we make most of our profit. Well, you would have never been able to make Arena or Moto if it wasn't for those stores taking a chance on your fucking card game. Okay, so let's talk about Esper Walkers in best of 3. It honestly felt pretty decent. I don't want to play against like any deck that's playing sagas. I really don't want to play against mono white, which was like the most popular deck this past weekend by a lot. Nor do I want to play against green white, right? Both of them I gave like an 8.4 from this past weekend. So I think that, I think that it's not a bad pick. But I also don't think it's a great pick. I think I'm gonna put it at an 8. It's honestly at an 8. I don't. And I think that's a totally fine rating. Just an 8.0. But yeah, I think it's a pretty meh rating. So I'm going to give it an 8.0 for best of 3. The next deck we're going to be playing is Sandy Dog MTG Boros deck. Sandy Dog is a moto grinder